Ça va s'afficher. Okay, hello everyone. I hope that you are all doing well. We are a bit late. We start a bit late because I was discussing with André. And so I'm together with, so you know me, Georges, and I'm together with André from Hypnoenergetics, who is my teacher and was teaching me a lot. And he knows a lot about the magic. The magic. What is magic? Magic, the invisible world or the invisible reality around us. So André will tell us about his opinion, in his opinion, in his perspective, from his point of view. What is magic? What is magic? André.
Magic is hi. I'm Kovalik Andre from Hypnoenergetics, and I will talk you about magic. Yes, what is magic? In fact, magic. If I do an overview of disciplines of hypnosis, magnetism, mesmerism, telepsichism, fascination, bioenergy, Venice, ocular movements, and I can continue with other and other example. Who brings in like a whole in all these things can action in the reality of a person. But I will start to explain in some way what is hypnosis. Hypnosis can be a multidimensional phenomenon. It's a complex phenomenon understood through multiple perspectives, each relevant depending on the context of the individual. That means each individual with who I speak, I will explain differently hypnosis because persons have different understood about hypnosis. Are some who came to me, I will say, I will do a hypnosis session with you, is okay. A person have afraid because not understand what is hypnosis in fact, have a fear inside him, but not is not to fear by hypnosis because it's a state between wakefulness and sleep where the critical factor is gone, is dismissed, and imagination takes over. During the traditional induction, a relaxed individual become receptive to suggestion, such imagining serene landscape. To have hypnosis, we need three things: the suggestion, the beliefs, and the imagination. We have these three factors is hypnosis. I can explain by this. I can explain also by a natural state. Some theories claim hypnosis is an extension of a natural state, what we experience each day, like daydreaming or being deeply absorbed in a book, in a movie. You maybe you are looking to a movie, but you are in the room, but you empathize with that movie. And if the scene is fearful, oh, I have fear. And if the scene is something romantic and love, you start to have inside yourself emotion. You are under a hypnotic state, in fact. Yes, watching TV brings you in a hypnotic state, and I think you are watching TV a lot. Even if when you are scrolling on modern days Android. You are scrolling, you are looking on TikTok, Facebook, I don't know, what are you looking? You are looking on an image, you start your thinking, you start your emotion. Some image make you happy, some image make you angry. Some image says what is inside yourself, what is accumulated. But how you are scrolling that fast, this comes to you and brings up a different mental state. And this kind of scrolling uh, bring people to not be so concentrated in the daily life. For that, a lot of people can't read nowadays a book. Are not so much people who, okay, I will bring that book, very nice, I will read, I will understand, I will do different things. If I say hypnosis is an automata, is an automatism, brain have a lot of automatism. For example, I will start to learn something, and after a time, when I learned well something, this starts to work like an automatism. Everyone drives a car, no? And in some way, when you drive between A and B point, sometimes you are started from A, you are arriving in the B point, and you don't know how is this passage. I'm just here. Yes, because your brain started to be this automata. Another is the bypassing, another explanation is the bypassing of critical filter. Hypnosis bypass the conscious mind critical filter, allowing suggestion to be directly embedded in the subconscious. Suggestion like you feel safe is more readily accepted in the hypnotic state. You feel you feel safe, you feel good, you feel like this. Is a playing with the feelings to go inside these things. Um, Milton Erickson, for example, suggested that people in daily life are already living under a daily hypnosis, all habits, all limiting beliefs. What are in a person is that filter who put up each person on each day, and with that filter the person see this world, and the therapist's role is to dehypnotize them from all this filter. Each theory is valid depending on the individual understanding and beliefs. Uh, Rational scientists prefer perhaps an explanation based on automatization over mystical interpretation. That is hypnosis. Then, if I explain magnetism I can explain by the universal energy and harmony. Magnetism is based on the idea that the human body emits and absorbs energy fields influenced by the vital fluid. This energy can be manipulated to restore physical and emotional balance. Example, someone experiencing stress may benefit from magnetic paths to soothe the nervous system, to smooth the nervous system. Recent study in biomagnetism interaction of human and energetic fields provides scientific support to this ancient practice. Mesmerism is about the art of energetic induction. Mesmerism, who is very well introduced with in the time of Franz Anton Mesmer, who combined the magnetism with the hypnotic induction, uh, rhythmic movements, prolonged gaze, fixation, like this. A mesmeric session can induce trance states without words, using fluidic fluids of hands movements, and focused seeing is fascination, what brings out the magnetic power of the gaze, because we use our gaze. In fact, fascination relies on the intensity of the gaze and concentration. Fixating on a person or object, uh, the fascination captured their attention and influenced the mental state. Uh, Example, by focusing on a candle, a person can enter in a deep meditative state who conducts to a hypnotic relaxation. All tratak bring you in a hypnotic state. Yoga, in fact, is about hypnosis. Uh, but I will explain a little bit. Telepsichism is the mental influence at distance. Telepsichism involves transmitting thoughts or intention from a person to another at distance. Uh, Mind is a mind to mind action without physical interaction. And here we need fascination, magnetism, hypnosis, everything in one place. Someone says seems with mentalism, but it's not mentalism. Bioenergy uh, is a balancing of energy fields. It's a balancing of emotion, of thoughts, and physical energy. Uh, is about how we visualize, is about how we hear, is about how we feel. And these interoceptive and exteroceptive can stimulate our body. Phosphonism is about stimulation of the light. Phosphene used as phosphon is that impression who rests after we look in a light and we shut our eyes and we rest light light something inside when we shut your eyes. Yes, with that. Then ocular movement, the moving our eyes. Where we move our eye, there we are. Because when we think a, a, a calculus, we will be on a zone. When we think about the past, with our eyes will go on another zone. When we think about something else, each time our eyes are moving because we are in the mental screen, and is like a hologram, and this mental screen is us. We are not just how to say just this body, and we are this body and the surroundings and the way how we see, how we feel, how we hear, how we taste, how we smell is a complex. And here uh, comes in uh, all all these things what can bring magic today.
And when did you start learning? You start learning witchcraft, no, with in Eastern Europe or voodoo,
No,
voodoo, no,
no,
with
no.
your
I'm
family,
I'm
with your,
I'm born in the in the that time was communism in my region. All yoga, all magnetism, mesmerism, all these things was forbidden. But I have a chance, the brother of my grandfather, an uncle, I can say, who takes care by me. He teaches me Hatha Yoga, Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, a lot of types of yoga. But he know it also from Durville, from a lot of books who he exercised, because you must know also I have an aunt uh, here in Arad, a very renowned aunt who was a medium, a very renowned medium in
medium.
Austro-Hungary, and it's like something was in our family who was in this way between this spiritual way, this early spiritual way, what was very exploring. Sometimes my uncle said that aunt does a lot of poltergeist things around her, and are happening things because uh, not she not just seeing, she's doing in all the space different things what for standard person is not so understandable,
Yes.
but for a person who is involved in these things are was very normal. These things are happening, and how I say, I learned from books of Durville, of Paul Clément Jagot, books of Filiatre, the old ones, the good ones, I can
Yes.
say, because I was not influenced by this new age, by this new everything, colored everything. Uh, the old ones have simple things, very simplified, but very effective things. And when you practice a little bit different kind of meditation, very complex one, very complex tratax, bodily meditation, that brings you energy. And how is was forbidden in communist, we are doing this. And also in that time you can't how to say, to go somewhere to have a specialized book, because like this you will not find in a bibliothèque or somewhere these books.
Yeah, in the library.
You must to know someone who have two or three books. You will read, you will give back, you will tape, but because in that time was typewriters, and you are copied the books with the typewriter, and like this. It was not bring my sheet of paper, I bring there in the copy, or I push on a button and I have information. Nowadays, we have a lot of information, but a lot of information, what is not the true information. We have a lot of toxic information because in everything want to come in politics, what is not good, or religion, the dogmatic religion. I not say religion. is not good. I said that dogmatic thing is not good. Religion for each people is very well, is a good thing. Even you are a Christian, even you are a Muslim, even you are a
Buddhist maybe,
Buddhist or something else.
Muslim,
Because
yeah,
on the world, in the world, we have 10,000 religions.
animist.
Nowadays, we have 10,000, 8 million people have 10,000 religion, and each one exercise in some way to have divinity in some way inside,
Mm.
and it's very good.
And did you encounter demons before?
Demons, what is that?
Did you
Demons
encounter
is you must know.
or
You must know ghosts, demons,
or
or these are forms of what is fabricating the mind. In fact, I can say to deconstruct the ego is a kind of meditation you can do for 28 days, not 21, because all say 21 days. In 21 days you can change, you can this or that. No, normally when you do changement with someone, he can change in 3 months, not in 21 days. 20 in 21 days you will have just a beginning of something. You will put in the seed, but this seed need to grow, to help him to grow a little bit, to be bigger, that plant. In the 21 days, for 21 days period, you bring in the seed in the ground, and he start to come out. Is just the start. Is 90 days when you do a big changement is needed, in fact.
oh, okay, 19 days from the invisible or from deep within someone, you can modify the ego,
But
or
no,
the positioning of someone. He position himself
uh,
differently, or
uh, to feel deep transformation needing 3 months. It's just the start.
but you will change the brain, or the
No,
connection
it's not
within the
not
brain.
in the brain. All structures in the body, because not about the brain. We if we look a person, we are not seeing just the brain. We are seeing all the composition of the body. Because in when it's happening something, I will explain. We have a posture. When it's happening something, maybe we are working, we are doing, or we are in the car, we are driving. We have different bodily posture. We have actions what are doing our foots. We have actions what are doing our hands. Not is not happening the fact just with our brain. It's happening the an event is happening with all of our body, and brain registrates our posture, what we are doing in that position. uh, no When we have an accident, we have we have to start a blockage on the dorsal valgus. It's like a bubble, who psychological bubble who is forming. And in that psychological bubble are even our bodily position in that moment, are is how our organs, internal organs function. Everything is in that bubble. All the whole body is in the psychic bubble of that moment. It's not just the brain. Brain do some functions. Brain is an organ like any else organ in our body. Okay, is a principal organ because uh, from here function our ego, but is not just is not the first brain. I can say is the third brain, because our first brain, if we look over evolution, is the enteric brain, is in our tummy. Here is the first brain.
Yes.
Yes. Here is the second brain, our heart, and every neurologic structure who is bringed in. And here is the third brain.
Okay.
We must to reverse. If we reverse, we understand this how. If you look a little child what need to eat, to sleep. Yes, but we are in the first brain in the evolution of human. If we look to reptiles, what do reptiles? Eat, sleep. And when he sleep, he put himself a reptile in that blocked position. That blocked position is our dorsal vagus. In fact, our dorsal vagus is our, how to say, our fast protection. Sometimes you can say, seeing someone to climb in the mountains, climb on the mountain, and doing alpinism. And if happening in a time to sweep or nearly to fail, the person will rest across on that mountain, because body enter in the cataleptic state. Or we see this in the night if we put a light in the eyes of a rabbit. A rabbit will not move. Is the same enteric system, dorsal vagus system, who will action. The second system is our is relied more to emotions. The second part of the body. The first part of our body is about grounding energy, who do digestion, who brings energy in this. The second part of the body is uh, to bring all this energy what make the first part of the body in whole body, because need air to can bring everywhere in the body, and needs the heart to pump. But we know that heart math institute, if them doesn't experiment, and the heart started to feel before the person see dangerous scene. Uh, we know this, that heart reaction before the scene comes up, and then is our conscious mind. But if we do an internal work, we must to go in the first brain, in the enteric part of the body, and then to come upwards.
All the way up. Yeah. But many people in life, they are fragmented. It means they wear the mask, many masks, and the mask is not themselves.
Yes.
uh, and sometimes do you think maybe black magic or this kind of things will fragment people deeper and make them as if the soul is shattered, or the soul
Uh,
is the
uh,
being, it doesn't exist anymore? Because if you go deep inside, is still the connection, the inner connection
but
within yourself.
I can say black or white magic for a person can exist or not exist. because are different psychologic types of person, different personalities. If the person starts to believe black magic exists, that black magic will exist for that person, will be under the hypnosis of that black magic.
Yes.
If the person not believe that black magic exists, the person will not be on the magic of the blackness. The black magic is just a name of just an how to say, just a stamp.
A stamp. But
Just
the energy lines and all this is real. Like you would have places where the energy is channeled strongly. This
uh,
is real,
it's,
as Notre Dame or as in
you
Paris
can
or
feel
in or
things.
the pyramids. You know, some places are old places, ancient temples.
Each object, each object. If we think any object, if we start to feel, if we measure this feeling, are different. Nowadays are different electronic tools. We can measure energetic emanation of each object. And if we start to measure, we find 7 layers. Even on a person, have 7 layers to outside. But towards inside, we take are also 7 layers of this. Also, if we consider a surface a 0 point, the surface, the 0 point, the surface, what we see, the 0 point. If we go inside, we find different layers. If we go outside, we find different layers. What we can feel? We can feel 3 layers. If we start to feel the body, if we do like this,
Mm.
we'll bring heat, more
Mm.
heat. Why? Because the blood will come in our hands. And we start like these little passes. We start to do little passes, very slowly, very slowly. We will action, in fact, on all our neurotical system. If you do enough passes, you will pinch a little bit, you will pinch like this, and you will feel the pressure but not the pain.
Mm. Yes, yes.
That means that happened an action. Yes, firstly, very close, you are actioned on the physical body, very closely. You does an action to the physical body. Is it can be at 5 centimeters, at 10 centimeters an action, or 2 or 3 centimeters. Like this an action, you do magnetic pass on all the body. The person will feel an action. Then you will go on the second layer. The second layer is more energetic, is 30, 60 centimeters over all the body. It's
Mhm.
like we think about like an egg. You can feel more, mostly you can feel on the solar plexus. If you put your hand towards your solar plexus, you will go and you will feel somewhere like this. You are pushing on something very, very, how to express. It's like a fine sheet of paper, and like
Oh,
this,
yes,
you,
yes, yes. You can.
you can action on this.
Yes.
Uh, we go farther is like another egg, uh, who can be between 1 meter and 50 or 3 meters. What we can feel around the person is in function how is that person, is stressed, is not stressed, is
Stressed out.
in good shape, is happy. When someone is happy, this egg is bigger. When someone is unhappy, I can explain like this, uh, this egg is more closer to the person, because um, that body need more energy and starts to sweep in energy from the surroundings. Uh, Not means to push away each time our bad feelings or our good feelings. If we are responsible, we will know that even bad feelings are very educative, and even good feelings not each time was in the place and was not so good and so well. For example, we can laugh on a poor person. No, we can laugh on a poor person. We can laugh. I'm a rich one, like this, and
Mm, mm, mm.
we can laugh. No,
Yeah,
but even the poor
I'm
can
rich.
laugh on the rich person.
And you are poor. You are
Look,
poor. I'm
look, the
rich.
idiot! He have a lot of
Money.
money, and he thinks that, but he not see.
This is stupid. Or
Everyone can love each another. Each have his reason, but are the reason of themselves. Is not true reason if we analyze things.
can
And when we do things, we can do with the mask or without the mask. What is happen in some situation. Uh, when you are with a friend, you will not wearing so much mask. If you are very strong in the ego, you are wearing always mask. Even with yourself, you are
you wear the
wearing
mask?
mask if you are very deep in the ego.
Yes.
Because are peoples who have a big ego, and them are wearing them having an internal conflict, also bigger internal conflict.
Yes. And can you hypnotize someone and force him to do things for you? Have you done this before?
It's not the purposes of hypnosis is
But
not that to
have
uh,
you done it in the past? Force people to hypnotize people for?
no, it's not good, it's not ethic.
Yes.
Therapy is not the scene hypnosis what we are seeing on the TV.
Yes.
Hypnosis needs some condition. We are knowing that 20% of population are very easily in this state because are very sensible. 40% of the population so and so, 40% is not so much uh, hypnotizable, and this 40% can arrive to be sensitized like the 20%, but need more work. That is all. An experiment therapist can do.
There are many questions for you in the comments now.
Okay.
Can you channel the energy? Can you channel the energy? Do you
Yes, the
channel the energy?
energy always is channeled. I never use the key or the chi.
Hmm.
Every each time I use the channeled energy.
When you channel the energy, what do you think? Do you think about Jesus? Like
Look,
you take,
no, not
do
need
you
to
channel
think like this.
Jesus and you
No,
think, oh, this is Jesus,
no,
yeah,
not need.
please give me, or Or you think about nothing? What do you think? Nothing, or do
From
you think
nothing,
about a demon, or you think about a pentacle symbol?
not need nothing of this. Uh, Normally, you enter in a space who where is the nothingness. In the nothingness isn't positive or negative the Lord. The nothing is the Lord. Because if we sweep out our thinking mind and we are in that non duality part, we are in the nothingness. From the nothingness, we arrive light or an idea or something because we permit to not be in the positive or in our negative stance. We burn here in the nothingness is burned everything what is for a person positive or negative. Here is burned everything. And then from the ashes is reborning new ideas. For that, nothingness is very important to have a new something. When I work, I am in this nothingness, and nothingness bring results. Nothingness, even for the positive, even for the negative, will do a movement to arrive to move. Because when it's an illness, something, a big emotion is like a stagnant energy, is a stagnant place. And to do a movement or with a negative energy or with a positive energy, we can do just by the nothingness. No, we not need, if it's negative, to be a strong positive to push or pull. No, nothingness will action on the negative side and on the positive side in the same time.
Okay, so
Is more easy
you
and
don't position yourself in yes, you don't position yourself based on the thinking of
no, not
someone or
need.
something. No,
Not
it's not. But
nothingness, presence. When we are present to
do
ourselves,
you use the moon or the sun
not
or
need,
no?
not
No.
need. In the nothingness, not need. Because from the nothingness arrive all ideas. The thinking arrive from where?
Hmm.
Thinking arrive from where? From nothing. No, everything. First, thinking arrives from nothing. No, it's
And
coming
what
up from nothing. You are entering in this nothing, and you will have everything. It's very simple.
yes, yes.
We simplify, not complicate. Do this, that.
How
Do
about
this, that.
if you did something negative, do you think it will impact you or not? If you do something negative to others, do you think it's going to impact you or not?
Will impact the body,
It will
will
impact.
impact the human laws. No, if you do something better, then the law will put you in the jail
Yeah.
with no exception.
Why you think people see auras? Some people they see the aura
It
around the body.
is a capacity of the brain to see this. Need a little training is very fast to arrive there to see auras. Uh, you can train with a black wall, for example. For first time, you look between your fingers, and you will have this, or you will can train with a mirror. If you look a lot of time here and then you look
At the top.
right here. After, you will see your aura. You will starting to see in another way, and then after 2 3 weeks of exercising this, the mirror exercise, to look at thing not directly tangentially to look to the things. You have to bring your eyes in a lot in a panoramic vision, not in a focused type of vision. If you
Yes.
have
Yes.
a side to side vision, a panoramic vision, to see auras, it's very simple.
I think some people do the exercise. They will shut one eyes or block or look on the other side.
It's okay because we're action on one brain than the
The
other
other
brain.
brain.
That is all.
Mm.
Uh, uh, I have it. You can stay like this, and you can observe yourself a little bit in the time you look out,
Mm.
and you can change to look out with to be more concentrated on the right eye and on the left eye. And is if you change like this, you will feel that energetically you can push things just with this attention movement.
Yes.
It's like to do like this, just
Yes.
with the changing of focusing the attention by left to the right, left, right, left, right, like this, die, and you can do pushing
Yes. Yes.
of the energy.
Do you think nothingness is the divine?
Yes,
Yes.
why
Yes.
not?
Yes. Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Because each time, if we look, it's like from a black hole is arriving a lingam outside, and then starts to doing something.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's from the nothingness. For that first work, human is good to do to work with all shadows of themselves, and to work shadows is very important. Like this, you start to accept yourself more and more, and it's good to work a lot in the mirror because this mask will fall down very easily, very easily.
Yeah. So
In the
just look at the mirror and just
no,
think.
no,
No.
no, is to do that exercise. What I said to do are all the five elements inside. First element is about fluidification. Is you will bring you in a watery state. The mind be like the water. Then you start. Is first state is to about the moving in the front of the mirror you are seeing here, and you do that commands, you start to bring to move. This movement will action on the two hemispheres in the same time, will do
Yeah.
a
On the left.
fluid, certain fluidification, this movement.
Uh,
Then the second command is to feel uh, warmth in this part of the body, the solar plexus. This will action even more on the parasympathetic system, the feeling of the warmth, the feeling of the blood, who brings energy, because the ancients think that blood bring the energy in the body, but nowadays is very real. We know that
yeah.
uh,
The blood brings the
blood
energy,
brings
the
inside of
nutrients.
us all substance.
Yeah.
Will action on the parasympathetic system, because the parasympathetic is starting and passing in our body here, ventral parasympathetic, and by the ventral parasympathetic, we will start to regulate the sympathetic. We will be not in that fight or flight mood so much. Who have an how to say an accident of life, a physiologic moment, a very harsh physiologic moment, or a real accident, physical accident. Even this block a little bit the dorsal vagus, and is the person rest in like blocked in a bubble of time, and with hypnotic crisis, I can blow up this bubble to be not more there, to transform the static emotional energy in a kinesthetic one, and dissolves all the state. Um, uh, uh, Divine, when you want to be divine, you in contact with the divine is your person,
Yes. Some people don't
is
care about
the
divine.
life, is the life in your body is divine.
Yes. But some people don't care about. Do you think there is the male and the female? Like the women are not as powerful as the man on the energy level?
Consciousness not have sex.
They don't have sex.
Consciousness is asexuated.
Really.
Even conscious of a woman or of a man is the same consciousness. It is not defined by sex consciousness.
But there is the sex magic, which is
It are how to say, when you go in spirituality on layers, uh, just to a layer to, if you want to go fast, you can utilize sexuality to go faster, but you after a moment you can be, how to say,
stuck, limited, maybe.
stopped, limited with that actions because you wanted to go fast,
Mm.
you wanted to have a go fast. If you start to have how to say dependence,
Yeah, relying on something. If you
yes,
start to
if
rely,
you start to have this relying to something,
reliance.
yes, you will be limited. uh,
So if you always rely.
Nothingness you is bringing out from these limits.
Yeah, but nothingness means you have no ego at all, I think.
Yes,
And I don't. Do you
but
think it's possible to have no ego at all?
it's
I
very
don't.
good.
But it's impossible, no?
No,
You,
it's not
you,
impossible.
because you do not exist anymore. If you
No.
if you have
A
no ego,
horse, a dog have ego. A monkey have ego,
if you don't have ego, you don't.
and then can live.
If you don't have ego, then you die.
No, ego says this.
You don't think so? Ego exists, maybe.
Ego says this. Yes, because when you start to put away ego, ego will fight more and more to be put it back.
Yes, 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 maybe. Yes.
Without, you can have moments when I do, for example, ecstatic moment with the person. I do a longer lethargy. I work with sounds, and the person enter in the state, the body start to move. I do more and more sounds because sounds will bring up the energy in the body, and starts the Ida and Pinkala working, then starts Shushumna working, and the body start to move, and I start to do more and more sounds because
You
these
use the
sounds what I
sounds. You
do.
use the sounds. What kind of sounds do you use? Do you use the sound, the bell, ding ding, or the sounds like?
All kind of sounds. My vocals I used also, or I
Can you
use.
show us like this? Can you show us one song? Can you show us one song? And these songs they help to break the ego because you are not thinking
Yes,
anymore.
you are is bringing you, even if
In a state of non thinking, so no ego
bring
because you don't
bring
think.
here in front your hand. Here somewhere you will feeling, and even in your body you will feel. Bring here your hand.
Oui.
Bring here like this. So, your left hand is
Ah,
your
okay.
left hand.
No.
Your left hand. You will feel in this part. Okay, I will do a sound.
Yeah, I can feel something here. I can feel a little bit.
Uh, if I start to do more and more, you will feel even in the body. I
Okay.
will do another sound. Thank you.
Yeah, I can see. I can see.
You are more reliant to this. You are liking more this, I think.
Yeah, this one is better. It's better.
Very tingling. Okay,
No,
now
no. Yeah.
I will do these two sounds mentally. Bring your hand.
Okay.
You will feel each time I will do. I will not say which one I do. Okay,
Okay.
I start now. No, your
No.
left hand. Your left hand.
Okay. This one, I don't know what you did, but this one is very powerful.
It's the same what was before.
It was the same. Yeah, it was the most powerful.
Was you like it so much? It was the ah sound.
It even goes here,
It's
like
more
this.
powerful.
Yeah.
It's more powerful when I do
But
mentally
how
because
can how can you do mentally? It's crazy. I can feel. How can you do from inside?
it's very simple. Is it needs some years to learn. Then you exercise a lot, and
Mm.
you have little power. Then you start more and more and more. The principle when you bring the ego out, you have all powers.
But you imagine the sound and
Not
then you
not
send it.
need like this. You do.
Because for the religion, many religions they say, oh, you need to be careful because some people they see the symbols, and these symbols they are symbols of demons, and they will send it to you, and then you will be attached to the demons from inside. you, I see some priests they say this at the church.
Uh,
So if
I think that priest is very neurotic or psychotic person is
uh,
and
uh,
wearing a lot of mask.
maybe.
He can put all over his mask. I'm not seen any priest who started to be illuminated to say the others, oh, that was an illuminated person. I'm not seen any priest.
Mm.
Why? Why mysticals one can illuminate themselves and the other seen, oh, that is an illuminated person. Hmm? It not need to be a priest to be on a path
Mm.
where you find divinity. because everything is about to feel divinity inside yourself, because divinity is not farther than your nose.
Yes, yes, yes.
When you understand this, where is divinity, is from this nothingness, and you can do things you start to do, and you have the belief that it works, that will work.
Mm. How
It not
about the people who do terrible things? Like now, there was a lot of talk about sacrifice of children or things like this.
is the matter of them.
But why they
How,
do it? Because they think they can get power from it? No,
no,
they
no,
get
no,
power. They get
no.
some kind of
In the old,
power or
I can
something
say
from it.
in the old world, in the old world, 1,000 year ago,
Yes, when they do the
2,000
sacrifice of animals or sacrifice
years
of
ago. For example, I'm a chieftain. You
yes,
are a chieftain too. We do a blood agreement.
yes,
Each of us will drink the blood of the other,
uh,
and will bring in a dog and will cut in two, in half the dog.
yeah.
Because what meaning this? If you trespass my oath, you will be like the dog cut in two sides.
Yes,
Even on the earth, even in the afterlife. Huh? You will trespass your oath. If you are cutting, you will be cutted in a half in this world, in the overworld. I think no.
okay.
That was deep symbolic something to symbolize is a note is a note, and we start with a note is for forever.
But
That
can you do you
the
think the modification, there is modification if you belong to a group, then the group they will attach themselves to some belief, to some, and
yes,
it's stronger than them, then they don't even know why they do it, but they do it because it's on them, maybe demons or something. That's the strong
not
belief, they
not
don't see it,
not everything.
then
Uh,
it controls them, but they don't see it's here, but it controls them.
what is controlling them is the subconscious mind of them.
Yes,
The
uh,
beliefs on them is controlling them.
but they don't even know these beliefs. They are not aware of these beliefs. They are not aware
I,
of
I,
this
I
subconscious.
can do another example. For example, is a person is a person, and his mother in her young age do different things. Then after a time, this woman find a man, will do together a family, will do a child.
Mhm.
She will never talk to the infant about different things,
To the child. Yeah.
to the child about different things. But on non-verbal level, on deep level, the child will know all the history of that woman. Why? Because the child was in the tummy of that woman, and all the fears, all happenings, she thinked all the day, tack, 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 on this, on that, what say that. Involuntary, she transmitted all
To the
information
child.
on the child
She gave it all to the child.
on deep levels,
Yes.
and is inoculated. Even the mother of this woman in that embryo in that time, that 9 months time, transmitting a lot deep in that person. And you are borning up, you are a little child, you are born as a little child, the world starting for you, but you are not knowing you are inoculated with
The
7,
beliefs.
8,
That's right.
all generations what was before. You are
So
inoculated with
everything your parents
everything
did,
on the non-verbal level.
yeah, everything is inside of you. So maybe your behavior, you have a behavior, but you don't know why you behave this way, but it
Yes,
comes from your ancestor.
yes. Uh, can come also uh, from how to say from your past lives. If I
Yes.
do a regression with someone
Regression
uh,
hypnosis, regression hypnosis.
by hypnosis,
Yeah.
person enters to experience different past lives, and one time maybe is a king, one time maybe is a worker somewhere, one time is laboring
Yeah,
the
working the
fields.
field, the field.
Uh, Normally, life is very simple, very banal, very common. It's not you are not a rock star. Each day is happening something, and you have life is very simple.
Yes.
Before
But you
was
think
born,
this
so
these past life they are real or they are just
I
imagination?
maybe mind, the brain, even the brain, because the mind is not the brain. Mind, brain action, this together will how to say will made it. But I not discuss on a thing on the fact if regression help the people to solve them problem, regression is very good. I not
Mhm.
discuss it is real or not real.
Yes, yes.
I bring that way is a nice history. Like you say to your child, it exists.
The fairy tale. Yeah, you can
Fairy
tell a fairy tale or Santa Claus or
Santa Claus or
like the fairy
these
tale.
all things are very nice for big peoples are very nice
Or go, yeah,
regressions. I
yeah,
like fairy tales. If
yeah,
you towards these regressions you solve your problems.
yes. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You don't need to. But if you believe in it, then it's if you believe in it, that's why I was telling you it's easier to believe
Yeah,
in something. It's difficult to
because
reach this nothingness, but it's easier to believe in something and think, okay, I am God, I'm God, I believe in God, I'm God. Why? Because I'm very special, because I have this, and then you see it, then you become it because you want
the
so much to become it, and you become
per,
it, because you're reaching for it. You see, it's me, I am Christ, or I am whatever, and then it's coming, and then you become something.
I think that person are eaten too much and the digestion is not very good and that person is very anxious
Ah,
and anxiosity wants
anxiety, anxiety.
to make that person I feel better than the other
Yeah,
because he is anxious.
yes, I will be better.
And if you treat the anxiosity,
Anxiety,
the anxious
anxiety,
and the depression
anxiety,
part
and
of
depression.
himself, will not be like this because persons to can be in an actions need hope. If they have hope, the person will do everything. We can look back. The Second World War is one person, very strong. It was Viktor Frankl, who survived the Nazi camps, and uh, how he survived. Everyone said, "Oh, all people will die in 2 weeks if we are not eating." uh,
We have
people
no
are
food.
thinking back, resisted 6 years.
Mm.
Ah,
Mm.
someone not
Yeah.
resisted 6 years.
Yes.
Someone passed 6 years in the death camps of death and resisted. And it's not just the Second World War. If we look the Russian gulags,
Yes. Yes.
if you Russians are killed more than fascists. The Russian gulags, voilà, the communists.
Andre, are there something that make you angry? Are there something that make you really angry? Like, or do you not care anymore? Like, if I don't know.
Maybe for the moment make me angry. Then after that I start on laughter.
Yeah. Okay.
For the moment make me angry, tak?
Yeah.
Because you have uh, when you receive an attack, for example, you have your
Yes.
reaction
Protection.
to
Yes.
enter in defense, uh, and then opa, I
Yeah.
have this reaction.
Mm. Yes. Yes.
You
Yes.
start to laugh.
Yeah. Anish was asking, can we clear all the ancestral traumas? And
Yes,
yes, you think all
yes,
of them,
yes,
even the unseen. Yes.
yes. Very easy. Nothingness clear everything.
Mm.
Because we are around mental constructions, and when we go deeply, we mostly we are everyone use the verbal part, the 7% of the communication, but people not understand what is the other 93%. Our brain not works more than 5 to 10%. No, what is this? Why the brain not works more? Because is in that verbal sound combination who is in the communication just 7%. Brain will can never work more just under hypnosis. When you bring in this non-verbal part, the brain will start to work very very hard.
And yes, we didn't see this question. Also, is do you think they are separate energy body? Some people say
Are
they are
separate.
separate, or they are
For
all
yes,
one. They are
are
separate.
seven bodies are
They are not.
measured with electronic things. If you go on Espace Stellura of Stéphane Cardinaux, he's a very technical person. He was very
Technical. Yeah.
technical. He wanted to measure everything, to categorize and to measure with experimental things to measure everything. He find a
Mm.
lot of things. He measured everything have
I measure.
7 bodies.
Yes, yes.
Every material thing have 7 bodies.
But if someone wants to start with the energy, what do you suggest? And what do you offer for someone? What is your
To,
offer? Do you have
ah,
an offer for someone, like, so maybe a school, or maybe
I
teaching
will
how to start?
start in a few months. In a few months, I will start a school who is talking about verbal hypnosis, non-verbal hypnosis, magnetism, mesmerism. I will do a 12 or 15 class lessons about who teach you a little bit about good verbal things
And what's
who
the
heal
goal?
fast.
What the people can achieve with this? What can they get?
Oh, in cell in if they work what I bring in that class, you can have a way to enlighten yourself and a way to enlightening. if want to do an internal way, if want to use in healing, he can and starts to work on themselves. He achieve basic things and very advanced things to even this thing how I do to distance the sounding, even to change the how to use water like a vehicle to bring in the water things and you drink, and how to do
Nice.
but very complex things, not I bring in, I say more information. Lesson can have 2.5 3 hours, because I bring in a lot of material. Then will be a lot of trainings.
And it's going
I
to be in
have
English
a lot
or
of.
online? It's going to be online in English or?
It'll be in Romanian, in French, in English, and I will. I want to advertise this, and then in first time will be on internet, on Zoom. I will bring in the school a lot of video materials, because I filmed a lot in France in four different places. I have also a lot of demonstrations on my pages about hypnosis, what I do in direct front with peoples and far uh, in different language. I bring everything on one page is the person sees are uncut videos. Why I bring inside uncut videos? To see the person is not a trick.
Okay.
It's not a trick about.
Yeah,
It's
it's not.
filmed, and that is
It's
all.
not a
It's
fraud.
passing to, the video from here to here is not cutting, not something. It's not is not a scam.
It's not a scam.
Are things who can be done, because you achieve. I say powers is not, are not powers. You ach- I is normal states, but other levels of kind of communication, and you uh, can not to do transmutation. I will not name transformation. I will name transmutation.
Because many schools or many studies, they will focus on powers, and they say, okay, if you study with us, then you will be able to see through the walls. Or if you study with us, you will be
Okay,
able to do magnetism for burning when someone get burned. Or
it's very
if you
simple.
study
That is
with
very simple. Each
if
hypnotic, if hypnosis amplifies 10 or 15 times the healing in the person. Amplifies, because we're action very fast on your systems. Your systems are starting to work better. You are rejuvenating with hypnosis. You are laughing a lot. You are in a good
mood,
disposition.
yes, yes, yes.
You start to be not the same person who you was
Hmm.
before.
Okay.
You understand world from another type of viewing.
But can
You
you
will see
will you
the
focus on something like maybe um, I don't know, like dating. It's
ah
easier to communicate or to do dating the girls if you do after you do
you
this.
can start to date better if
You
you
think?
learn, for example, magnetism.
You think?
If you are in a relationship, you will have another way to do that relationship. You
Yes, yes.
understand better the other is because a lot see man woman is like a fight between sex, but they are seeing wrong, very wrong. It's not a fight. What I say, consciousness have not sex. Human ego have sex.
Yes, yes, yes. Ego has sex.
Human ego have sex, but consciousness is asexuated, is
Yes.
have not a sex. Is
Maybe maybe do you want to add something? I think maybe we covered a lot already, so maybe we can maybe we should stop here.
we can
Do you think there's other interesting things you want to add or share? But otherwise, another
uh,
time. Otherwise, it's already 1 hour, past 1 hour, 1 hour.
magnetism is very important to learn people because their action on the parasympathetic system and then can to regulate easier even with mesmerism who applies different magnetical things or fascination or telepsichism because also telepathy what
Mm.
I show it to you is passing on a telepathic level.
Yes, yes,
The hypnosis in our days are worked a lot on suggestion. Suggestion is one thing, but in hypnosis is magnetism, is mesmerism, is fascination, is telepsychism.
mm.
If we work all on these things, we can we will be the masters of the
Mm.
hypnosis to work just in one thing, what is just 7% of this,
Mm.
I
Yes,
don't
yes,
think the blah 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 is important because even without blah blah blah, even I start sometimes I start just with one thing to hypnotize someone to solution his problem. I use just O. The O sound will be the induction to passing the critical factor. The O sound will be solution, the somnambulistic part, and the O sound will do the lethargy. And all time who pass under this hypnosis, I will do just O without non-stop. I will do I have this demonstration. I
mm.
does it, or I do another sound. What are speaking for him, or I
Yes,
do
yes,
a sound, for example, or
yes, yes,
e sound, because he need this, and I will do just one sound, and just the sound will heal that person,
yes, yes.
and you must to can work in a present state. The presence and the present state I learn in the classes how to bring, how to be deep in that present state, how to do hypnotic crisis with the person very fast, how to do regressions with the persons very fast, and
Mm.
regression to do with the persons is very easy.
Yes, yes.
In this life or in past lives,
Mm.
it's very easy to do. Sometimes the person you do in this life a regression and you arrive in a past life regression. You not must to have afraid
Mm.
or something. You must to do them to you like an operator
You
to
must do them, yeah, to be better,
uh,
to
for
heal yourself.
for example on I said this talked hypnosis. The operator is not working on themselves so much. In non-verbal hypnosis, the operator works on
On yourself.
themselves
Yes.
much, then he can do transformation on the other easier because he he worked on himself. He knew all the way to the nothingness how to arrive there. Then to work on the other is very easy.
Mm. Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
It's easy busy then.
Okay, okay. No, okay, but let's anyway. Yeah, and I will put the under the videos maybe the detail toward your YouTube or your contact maybe if people are interested. And
They can contact me. Yeah, then I do each time a half hour of a session of half hour who is free to see which kind of treatment is adequate for the
Yeah.
person,
Which
for
treatment? Yes.
which
So they
thing.
can contact you. How can they contact you? The
I
on
have
on
hypnoenergetics on Facebook,
on
in
Facebook or
Romanian, in French, in English. In
okay.
each
Okay, I will
Facebook,
put the detail.
on this Facebook is a button for free, for free,
Yes, yes.
for free sessions.
Okay.
There, if we push there, will signalize me on the
Yeah, on
phone.
Facebook.
And that day, and that day, and that hour, I have a free session. I will establish with the people, okay, what
Okay.
you want to do, for what you come to me, that. And then if they want to book 10 sessions, for example, I not means that 10 session, maybe in 5 sessions I solve the problem of the person,
Yes.
maybe in 8, maybe in
Yes. Yes.
10.
Yes. Yes.
But when you are in a therapeutic process with someone, when we do therapy, we have not a magic something to do the person to know we are not gods. We are
Yes.
people like you. We are
Mm.
working. We are thinking. We are doing different things. We want to help to bring out faster from that bad stance.
Mm.
The most
Yes.
important, I do my half of the work, is to do the other half what I indicate to do.
Mm.
If
Yeah.
I does hypnosis and I said do this, how to say, this anchorage
Yes.
to bring up that mind state. If I said do 30 times in a day, you must do 30 times in a day,
Mm. Mm. Yes. 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 Yes.
and
Okay.
then
Okay.
will heal that yourself.
Okay. 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 So let's stop for now and
That was enough.
yeah, yeah. I
Hypnosis,
think it's
hypnosis,
interesting.
hypnosis.
It's
I
interesting.
talked a lot.
No, no, no. I think it's interesting, but maybe we will do another time if people have more questions. I don't have any
Oh,
more.
question arise all the time. I say
Yes,
I
what's
say
the question?
you in that classes are the
Sometimes,
people
sometimes you
is
don't have any questions anymore in your life. you know.
what can learn persons you can learn the basis of modern hypnosis, that speak at hypnosis, what is good to use in the cabinet to work with the people. In the same time they will learn non-verbal hypnosis, uh, magnetism, mesmerism, fascination, the basic, because it's a basic class and very strong.
Yes.
How to work on online, because
Mm.
we be on the online. They will need a light like this to
Yes.
work
Yes.
with themselves. They will need a mirror, a person on who to exercise. They will need things like this. uh, then they start to exercise on them, on a person, and this, and will arrive, will seeing from class to class. If them do uh, 1 hour or 2 hour each day to exercise a little bit, they
Yes.
arrive
Mm.
to be a very good.
Yes. 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 Ah, it's better. Yes. Yes. No, but there is no ranting today. There was someone who say, "What am I ranting about today?" No ranting today. No ranting today. It's about energy. okay, okay. No, okay. So yeah, yeah. Take care, Andre, and I will put all the
Thank
contacts
you.
for if for those who are interested. Okay, and see you soon. See you soon. Have a good day.
Thank you. And see
Bye, bye,
you
everyone.
everybody, I hope.
Thank you, everyone.